Hey, sweetie, it's Carlos. I know you're probably busy talking, or not talking. It seems like you're always talking or not talking, you know? So I'll try again in a bit, but I just wanted to let you know what's up here. What's up? This guy. Okay, that is a funny joke, but it is also a scientifically accurate one. I only tell scientifically accurate jokes. I don't get how people can find inaccurate jokes funny. Like, okay, so a horse walks into a bar and says, I feel used. As a species, even. I feel used. And so then the bartender, who is also a horse, because, this is the horse district where the horses live when they're not being used by the humans, and the horse bartender says, Don't I know it, buddy? And the first horse says, I'm not your buddy. And then he says, Man, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That was awful of me. It's the anger. So that's another example of a scientifically accurate joke. Things are going really well here. With the help of Doug and Alicia and the other members of the masked army that live in this strange desert otherworld, we've been starting to build out an infrastructure. Of course, I had already set up a temporary lab, but now we've dug up the stones that were used in the old settlements up on the mountain and have been building important basics of life, like shelter and roads and bloodstone circles. It's starting to look downright homey around here, if you ignore the disquieting wasteland beyond, so it's just like the rest of the world, really. There's lots of material to work with, because, get this, we've been just finding stuff lately. Microwaves, toolboxes, old tennis balls. They look like they've been here a while. I'm not sure how this stuff ended up here, but I'm going to find out. Ooh, that reminds me. I'm thinking of getting a tattoo with the definition of science straight out of Webster's dictionary. So it'll say, quote, I don't know, but I'm trying to find out, okay? End quote. And then it'll have a skull and some roses, ooh, maybe an anchor, to make it look old-timey. I'm still working on how to get you here, but I will. How? I don't know, but I'm trying to find out, okay? Okay? Okay. I love you. Talk again soon.
You of all people know how romantic a long weekend at Arby's can be. Which, listen, by the way, I meant it as just a nice gift when I printed up all those t-shirts of you and Carlos there looking up at the lights, and you got all weird about it, but I don't mind. Sorry I made you upset again. Just get back to me about the Janice thing, or answer me on your radio show while ranting about me. Either way is fine. Hope everything's going well with Carlos. Hope everything is just going. Hope everything goes. Hope it's gone. We all do. Okie dokie.
Hey, sorry to call again so soon. I know we talked about space and boundaries and all of that, especially with this whole Lot 37 thing you're going through. Gotta have time to think. And Cece, I understand time to think, but I have made an important scientific discovery, and you know the rules are different when an important scientific discovery is made. An important scientific discovery is grounds to interrupt anything. I found people here in this desert otherworld. Me and the members of the masked army, saw human shapes coming towards us. The masked army opted, as is their way, for something of a warlike response, but I convinced them that it was important to discover the facts before formulating a response, an idea to which Doug roared in a fearsome voice, That makes total sense! Let's go chat with them and see what's up! And here is, my sweet Cecil, what was up. These people were citizens of Night Vale. They had been lost from their home, as of today, for exactly 2 years, and they have apparently been wandering the desert since. They are a tad traumatized by their years in a featureless wasteland accompanied only by a distant rumble and a bright light that they felt primarily in the roots of their teeth, and so they haven't told me yet how they got here, but I have them resting in the hot yoga studio we recently built, so I hope to hear their story soon. And when I hear the story, you will too. And then, I'm sure everyone who listens to your show will, you old blabbermouth. It would upset me if it weren't just who you are. So much of each other would be annoying if it weren't also the essence of us. Okay, more soon.
Tell Carlos I said hi. I always liked him. And stay out of my way, or I will destroy you, just as these moths I caught outside and carried into your closet are destroying all of your clothing.
Hey, okay, quick update, and then poof, I'm gone again from your voicemail. I've put some of the junk we've found and some of the people we've found in my lab, and I'm studying them using microscopes and vials of bubbling liquid, and me making thoughtful expressions and saying things like, So I'm really using all of the available scientific tools right now. Ooh, I feel like I'm on the verge of something big here, something new. I'll call you soon. This is so exciting. Cecil, I did it! I understand! I hooked everything up to computers, and I said, a lot, and then I asked the people to talk about how they ended up in the desert, and it turned out that they were all lured into the dog park during Poetry Week. And then the gates closed on them, and they've been in this desert ever since. And I thought about this. I thought about how Dana came in here with them on that same day, and about all of the stuff I found, which I think is junk that people got rid of by throwing them over the walls of the Forbidden Dog Park. And I realized, this is the dog park. This whole desert, the mountain, the light up on the mountain. We're in a vast, perhaps endless, and definitely endlessly forbidden dog park. Which means you can visit now. You just have to walk through that dog park gate and then, walk a few more 100 miles after that to wherever we're at in this huge desert. And then you'll be able to take that vacation here. Call me as soon as you get this. Cecil! Oh, honey-voiced honey. You'll be able to visit. Talk soon. I love you.
Hey, unrelated to anything, just wondering, but have you ever asked yourself why the dog park is off limits? I mean, I know it's a municipal park and all, but shouldn't citizens be able to use it? Seems kind of weird, right? That you can't just go to the dog park and hang out. Maybe even bring your dog? I don't know. It's not like it contains any kind of vast desert otherworld where my boyfriend lives. I'm sure it's just a plain old dog park and not an alt-dimensional portal. Maybe our mayor will try to open up the dog park for public use. Just temporarily. Say, for a few minutes. Maybe our mayor can help me out for once. That would certainly be a friendly and mayoral thing to do. You know, listeners, if the worms get near the dog park, perhaps the hooded figures who pace about behind the tall black fences would get distracted. And then I could run in there and get to the desert I could just go check out the dogs, catching tennis balls and have a nice relaxing afternoon in a local park. Or, actually, no, I'd make a break for the desert otherworld inside the dog park and finally go visit Carlos. Or, something. Speaking of the faceless old woman, she knows a lot about this town. I bet I could ask her how to get into the dog park, how to get into that desert otherworld. I should ask her, but I'm not sure I'll be able to
Ask me what?
Oh, faceless old woman, you scared me.
I know. So you want to go to the desert otherworld and visit your boyfriend?
Well,
You are upset that the mayor has been using you to protect her from those wonderful threats to her life. And you're frustrated by this town. And you just want some time away to clear your head, and so you don't have to always be saving the mayor from whatever great forces are trying to remove her from office.
Well, that's...
And by great, I mean really incredible. Of course, who even knows who's been doing all of this to the mayor? I mean, I know everything. But all of these delightful rumors and lies about me, and Hiram, I mean, how can people even report such rumors? Well, they're not totally untrue, I suppose. And how on earth could I even
faceless old woman is...
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm a bit distracted.
You know how to get into the dog park.
I do. And I want to help you because, well, I want you to be happy, Cecil. I will tell you how in a dream. You will be in a boat, which will sink, of course, and you will lose all of your teeth, and as you are trying to pick up your teeth, you will find an oil painting of a Victrola. You will then place the needle on the record and eat the entire painting. Your chest will open, and dozens of red birds with gold ribbons in their talons will fly from you, and the ribbons will lift your limp, open body, carrying you through the sea and dropping you onto a frantic eddy of pink fish near a pink reef. You must wake up immediately when you see the shadow of a young woman emerging from behind the coral. Do not look long at her. When you awake, you will hear her whisper.
And she will tell me how to get into the dog park.
I don't know what she will tell you.
Well, faceless old woman...
I have to go. I have to get back to keeping a distant eye on whatever it is that Chad is doing in that cursed home of his. You'll be fine. Nightvale will be fine. The mayor will be... Take a nice long break, Cecil. You've earned it.
Faceless old woman? Hello? She's gone, I think. Listeners, oh dear, I have made a bad mistake. I believe I have upset station management. I think my openly talking about the dog park has proved to be far too political a topic for this station's old-fashioned values that believe in not questioning local, world, or secret reptilian governments, nor their parks. I have grown cavalier in my anxiousness to get out of town for a vacation, and this lack of care in my job, perhaps, will lead to my end. I do not like the color glowing around my studio door right now. I do not like the predatorial sniffing around the door's edge. I do not like that hum, nor the heat of my skin, nor the cold in my heart. I cannot face them, listeners. I cannot. I just want a vacation. I just want to see Carlos for a week, a day, an envelope. Oh no. The noise and the lights are gone. All that is left is a black envelope, upon which is a single silver glyph, lightly afire. I do not recognize the language, nor even the alphabet of this burning symbol, but I know in my mind exactly what this says. I wish I did not know. I must have courage. I must open this frightful news. Before I do, let me say I am sorry to station management and to the city of Nightvale. I have betrayed your trust with my careless speech. If spared, I promise to never speak ill nor question the dog park again, but for now I will take myself to my punishment, and I will take you to the weather.